So the camera battery ran out. I'm talking way too much. Alright, I'm just checking the battery. So going back to that, can you imagine? I mean, yes, Uncharted is rated T for teen. All right, but seriously, all they would have to do is like add inappropriate language, like more inappropriate language, or just add gore to the game, and you'd automatically get an M rating. It's like on the edge between like T and M, in my opinion. At least what I think. I mean, the thing about Uncharted is that it's not. It's like a movie, you know, and it's more like a kind of save the day, you know, kind of love thing going on with Nathan Drake and, you know, the girls and the villains and everything like that. So what David O. Russell wanted to do is he wanted to make it a kids movie, a fun kids movie. Well, no one wanted that, all right, and everyone got pissed. Everyone, you know, was basically saying for him to leave the project, so he left, all right. And taking his place was Neil Burger. This guy, Neil Burger. Now, Neil Burger directed Limitless, which was a good movie, alright? And he said that he actually played the games, and he said that he wanted to make it really reminiscent of the video games, alright? Well, guess what? It just reported that this past week that he left. Neil Burger left. He is no longer on tap to direct the project, it says. But the producers are waiting until the new script is finished to find a new director, alright? Now the game's script, its writers, all right, are actually some, you know, there's actually some good writers they have. Now, the people who made, the people who are writing it are, it says Marion and Cormac Wilberly, all right, are the new writers, okay? Now, you want to know what's pretty cool about them is that they actually wrote National Treasure. They wrote the same script for National Treasure. So already we know we're getting someone who at least has experience in this whole kind of action treasure, you know, hit thing. I mean, National Treasure is a good movie. You know, they're good movies, all right? The thing with Uncharted is I really believe that they need to amp it up a little bit because Uncharted, you know, we need to see scenes like they're making the movie's going to be based off of the first game, Drake's Fortune, which was a fantastic game and, you know, really good story. So they need to not be afraid to show like that plane crash or a little bit blood like on the characters. We need that, all right? There needs to be this, like, especially that last level, there needs to be like they really need to, you know, amp it up in terms of the action, and they need to really not be afraid to show anything. If you're gonna, you know, make the game be amazing, and if it's gonna be exactly like the video game, but it gets an R rating, then so be it. All right, let it get an R rating. All right, you don't want to sacrifice the movie's value and you know and the good and how good the movie is for the sake of it being a rating. All right. If you're too young to go play, if you're too young to see the movie, then you're too young to play the game, all right? And for those, you know, for those of you who have parents who are younger and have parents who are kind of, you know, are so strict on that and stuff, you know, if you have the video game and the movie's exactly the same as the video game, then there really isn't anything that you haven't seen before. But like the thing with Uncharted is that it needs to be amped up a little in terms of the action for the movie. I just don't want it to be this, you know, kind of this gentle, we're going to take our time and we're just going to be very conservative about what we show. We don't want to piss off the fans, but at the same time we don't want to limit our audience to adults only. I mean, I want a great movie out of this, and it's supposed to be a fantastic movie. So when Uncharted the movie, Drake's Fortune, comes out, at least we're getting those new writers, all right? And keep in mind that all the people who were told to be, you know, the actors, what was Mark Wahlberg, Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, they're done. They're out. They're not in. It's not gonna happen. Now a lot of people have said we want Nathan Fillion. All right. Now I've seen pictures of Nathan Fillion. I don't remember seeing any of his movies. At least I don't know. I would have to check again, but I don't know why he's the fan favorite. It's kind of hard to find someone who looks like Nathan Drake, who's, you know, like an actor like that, because the only person that really looks like Nathan Drake is Nolan North, the voice actor. When you look at Nolan North, he kind of looks like Nathan Drake, to be honest. The same thing with Emily Stone and Claudia Black, even, you know. So all the voice actors, they kind of look like their characters, you know. So it's kind of hard to find someone. I mean, Nathan Fillion kind of has like this longer. He has this like longer hair than Nathan Drake. Of course, just get a haircut. I know they spend a lot of time in makeup and do whatever, but I was actually watching some of the guys who were on the project, a video of this, and they said Nathan Fillion's probably not going to happen, and I'm going to tell you why, because it's true. They want some young guy. They want some really popular guy. They don't want to get this actor that everyone's like, oh yeah, I've heard of him before. They want someone where you'll see and you'll be like, oh, he's in it. Oh, this is gonna be good. That's what they want out of the reaction. They're not because the movie audience is much larger than the video game. Well, in terms of the people who are seeing it, in terms of adults, there's a lot more adults who are interested in movies than playing video games, and a lot of adults who are going to be hearing about Uncharted Drake's Fortune, it's a video game. They're going to be like, what? Because for us, it's such an iconic game. Nathan Drake is such an iconic character, that for us, we want someone who's going to be really reminiscent of that, but. As long as I think if they get the person who looks like him, if he's got that really charming but gritty look, I think that'll be fine. But we'll see. It's definitely exciting, and I can't wait for that. It's probably gonna come out in 2015 along with the Avengers 2. Ooh. Okay, next time. Excited for Dishonored. Yes, I'm excited for Dishonored. I don't know if you guys seen, but the story trailer, or not the story trailer, There's been a couple trailers been released for Dishonored about stealth and the way you use stealth and the way you can use stealth in the different ways that stealth can help you pass a level. That looks pretty awesome. I can't wait for Dishonored. I'm gonna talk about the games I'm gonna be getting a little bit later in the video. Dishonored looks awesome though. So I can't wait for that. That's good. That's gonna be a great game. It's a lot of people who made Dishonored also worked on Deus Ex Human Revolution, which is pretty awesome because it kind of looks like Deus Ex, although it has like this. Imagine Deus Ex if it took place like in the 1800s and like in a London environment, and it was kind of old school with this really unique art style. That's what Dishonored looks like, and it kind of shows because you can still interact with the environment, you can still open and close doors, you can still search and stuff is there. It looks really awesome. Now for those of you who have questions about the game's not open world, first of all. I think that's the main question that everyone has. The game is not open world. It's like Deus Ex Human Revolution where you have like this big open area and you can travel there. That's what the game's like, they said. So it's not like a Sleeping Dogs Grand Theft Auto open world type of game that you would expect, It's very much a... It's kind of like Bioshock. Deus Ex Human Revolution. It's kind of like that. So, which is fine, So, I can't wait for that game. Jeez, it comes out in like 38 days or something like that. I want it so bad. All right, the Wii U event. Nintendo, what the hell are you doing? All right, it's been like. They keep saying, we're going to launch it this holiday season, and you guys are going to be really excited when it comes. It's going to be great. And then we hear about, they said this at E3, and there was like nothing. First of all, Nintendo, I think, they just didn't plan the whole thing well. How can you expect people, and they're holding an event like this 13th of September, I believe it is, they're holding a Nintendo event, where they're probably going to announce the price and release date. The thing is, Nintendo, how do you expect people to, because this is literally what they're doing. It's coming out tomorrow! Oh my gosh! It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like, it's coming out in October, October 30th. You can pick it up. The launch titles are gonna be Assassin's Creed 3, yes, Assassin's Creed 3. Mass Effect 3, Batman Arkham City. You guys are gonna get really good blockbuster hit games that have been out, or mostly been out for a couple years. A year. It's been almost a year. So this is what they're gonna do. So I just don't know. I'm not buying a Wii U, and it's not because it's Nintendo. It's because they refuse to give me any incentive to go out and purchase their console other than the fact that I'm getting late games. That's nice that you have a touchscreen controller, but really, give me some hardcore first-party exclusives. That's Nintendo's problem right now. Nintendo's problem is that they don't have any hardcore first-party exclusives. I'm talking about like hardcore, like games like PlayStation's Killzone, Xbox's Gears of War, Halo, Uncharted. They don't have any of these hardcore games that people would be like, damn, I'm gonna buy a Nintendo Wii for that. It's just Mario, Zelda, which are great games, but they're not for everyone. All right, so I mean, I was so over Mario so long ago. All right, so long ago. It's not because I don't. It's not because I'm over him for the fact that it's kiddish or anything like that. It's just that it's been done. How many other Super Mario Galaxies can you put out? How many Mario Brothers? How many Mario Wii U? Mario? It's all this Mario Kart. It's like, come on, man. Take Mario, put it in a realistic world. Like, take Mario, have him race Ferraris and stuff like that. Then I'll buy the game. Then I might actually buy the game. If I can be playing as Mario, it'd be Mario Kart, like Mario Kart Extreme Racers, all right? And it'd be actually real cars. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I would buy that. Would you buy that? I'd buy that. So, but yeah, they need to get their shit in gear, man, because I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm going to feel comfortable purchasing a console, $400, $400 console, a month after they announced the release date and price. It's like, what happened? I mean, they should have announced it. They should have had a plan right from E3. It's going to be launching in November. It's going to be $350, all right? Or $400 for the, I don't know, 200 gig version or whatever. So they really need to hurry it up. So, I mean, I think they're just dealing everything so late. But who knows? Like, the hardcore Nintendo fans are going to buy it. People are going to buy it because it's Nintendo. It's going to be a big popular seller, just like the Wii. It's going to be a huge popular seller. Even though I don't think the Wii U was a good name. The Wii U was the U. The U. Really? It just sounds so stupid. Oh, I got it on the U. Uh-huh. It's like, I'm sorry, Ouya sounds better than that. Ouya sounds better than you. Oh, what console did you get it for? I got it for the Ouya. No, I got it for the U. No. Alright, so that's it. That's it for Nintendo. Oh yeah, next up in news, the PSP outsells Vita 2-1. Damn. People are still buying PSPs, even though pretty much that market's been over. So, but it's pretty. I mean, Sony. The thing with Sony is that they launched the game. They launched the Vita with basically no games except Uncharted, Wipeout. There are a couple other games that people were kind of like, oh, I'll try this, but there was no Assassin's Creed. There was no Killzone. There's no God of War. There's no Call of Duty. All this is coming out months and months and a year after the consoles, the portable consoles release, and it's like, come on. And you sit there scratching your head. You're like, okay, we got a touchscreen thing. We got graphics like the PS3. What else do you want? It's not about that. It's about the fact that there's no games being released. There has literally not been one game that I've wanted since Mortal Kombat came out on the Vita. Resistance, I played it. I'm not a fan of the Resistance series that much. I don't like it. It's just I'm not a big fan of it. It's not for me. All right. Gravity Rush, people are like, oh, that's gonna be the game that's gonna sell the Vita. Gravity Rush, it's gonna be awesome. I played the demo. It's okay, but people want Call of Duty. That's what people want. People want Call of Duty. They want BioShock. They want Assassin's Creed. They want Killzone. They want God of War. They want all these popular games that they know and love on. Someone at the door. Give me a sec. Alright, no. I thought someone was at the door. I'm like, what? Alright, but they want all these popular games that they sit there and they play for a long time on PS3, and they want to be able to play it on the Vita. Now, the good thing is that what Sony did, and I'm looking at my time here. Okay. The good thing is what Sony did, and Sony did a really good move for the consumer. They got this, hey, you purchase a game on the PS3, and you have a PlayStation Vita, you'll get it automatically free on the Vita, no charge. Thank you, Sony. That was a really nice consumer thing of you to do, for us, for the buyers. Because let me tell you something. I got into the PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale beta. All right, let me tell you something about that game. It's fun. In fact, it's surprisingly more fun than I expected it to have. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like a tangible $60 game. And the reason is it feels like an arcade release. It feels like a $20 arcade release that you'll download on the PlayStation Store. It in no way feels like a complete $60 game. But the good thing is that, hey, if you buy it on if you buy PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale on your PS3, which I probably won't be buying at all right away, if at all. So, but it's good to have that. At least know I'll get it on the Vita. But it does not hold the value at $60. It doesn't even hold the value close at $60. It's a lot of fun, but you sit there and you're like, they're charging $60 for this? Why? That's the question that pops in your head the whole time. It's a fun game. It's awesome. It's Super Smash Brothers with PlayStation characters. But what's really awesome is that what it does is it takes your, during the game you'll have questions like I was playing, right? And a question pop up, where does Bioshock take place? And they have all these cities right there, and Rapture's, of course, right there. So it's pretty awesome. As we're fighting, we all have to navigate over to a certain side of the screen and hover above the Rapture name. So, and if you're not, then you'll be blown up, or you'll just, you'll be damaged a lot. So it's pretty awesome that they have that in there. But at the same time, it's exciting to play. It's fun to watch, and it just doesn't hold the value of $60, unfortunately. So, which I expected it. It seems like an arcade release, and it should be an arcade release. Next up, website tour. I already showed you guys my website, but I actually added something that I want you all to check out and hopefully give me some feedback on. So as you all know, I gotta change this. I gotta change this to the Sleeping Dogs gameplay. I gotta change this to the random ass vlog this week. And I gotta change the Deadlight playthrough to something. Over here are the top 5 games, are the 5 games that are coming out that I'm getting in order. Resident Evil 6, Dishonored, 007 Legends, Medal of Honor Warfighter, Assassin's Creed 3. Those are the 5 games that are coming out next. Alright, here's the new thing I added. Now previously this was a news section, and I hated having to come in here and having to update it about news. It kind of pissed me off sometimes. So I named it now. I'm actually going to change it to live chat. This is a live chat. So what you do is you sign in with your Twitter, Facebook, whatever account, right? And you just type whatever. You're like, I'm recording the random ass vlog today. Alright, you push enter and it updates. This is a live chat, so I think it's pretty awesome. It tells you what? Look, it tells me how many speakers, how many listeners, and my battery's about to die, so I'm gonna have to change these. It's gonna be a lot of video editing this whole series. So, alright, let me change these. Be back.